Hey guys, it's Suzanne Mosley with Usborne Books and More. You can find me on Instagram at Suzanne_shares. You can find me on YouTube and Facebook at Suzanne Shares Books. You can find my Usborne Books and More website, SuzanneSharesBooks.com. So I'm excited to share with you today. I'm a classical conversations mom. My youngest will be in Challenge A next year, so I've retired from Foundations and Essentials. I'm formerly an Essentials tutor, and I was sad to relinquish that wonderful duty. And I also tutored Foundations for several years before I did Essentials. So I want to share with you, as we look to Cycle 2 for 2022-23 school year, some of the resources that I would recommend that I use myself when I tutored Cycle 2. So yeah, let's jump in and get started. Cycle 2 is all about astronomy, which is really fun, and then we do get into forces and thermodynamics and more like physics the second semester. I really love, if you've watched any of my videos, you probably are like, quit talking about the science encyclopedia. And I would encourage you, I have a playlist of classical conversations videos on my YouTube channel. So click on that playlist and you'll see all of them. But I do mention this a lot. And honestly, as a Foundations tutor, I realized there was a lot of science that I wouldn't even say I was relearning. I never learned. So, especially on the experiments and the projects where there is more dialectic discussion and a little bit more like teaching a little bit needed. For me, the science encyclopedia was very helpful because I needed to learn some of those things for the first time. I did remember the laws of thermodynamics I did take physics in high school, but it, like Newton's laws of motions are in laws of motion are in here, as well as forces. And it helped me to have a little refresher because this is a kid's book, and something I could easily read and digest to understand it. And I also often took that to class just to show I'm such a visual learner. So for me to have something to show them, a picture, I tried to do that as much as possible, especially because I always tutored the youngest class, the abecedarians. And the same thing with this history encyclopedia. I love it. And sometimes it was just helpful to, because we drill and new grammar, we don't teach. But sometimes I just wanted, because I love this book so much, sometimes I just wanted to bring it to show them some of the pictures. And again, I had the really big hardback version, and it is a physically bigger size. This one on the website, it says reduced format. This is the paperback version. It's $19.99. Get the paperback version. I'm going to tell you, I would make more money if you bought the big one, but that's not what this is all about. This is about what is the best resource for you. And I'm telling you, I went back and bought this one because that bigger one is so heavy. It's so heavy. So again, I liked having those two for pictures. Same with this children's encyclopedia. Since we do space, this, for Cycle 2, there's just some really cool pictures, maybe it wasn't specifically what the experiment was about, but just to give them a picture of some of the planets or what a space station is, and aliens. I enjoyed having that. Now, as far as second semester, it's more I remember we did experiments with Newton's laws of motion, those kind of things. There weren't as many opportunities for pictures, but especially that first semester with the science encyclopedia, science experience, there really was. So I would encourage you to maybe have one or two good astronomy books that you can, you'll use them with your family, but that you can also take with you. I like this one. I used it in class because of the visual component. I would encourage you to have something that you could use to show kids images of what you're talking about. Yes, I could have looked them up off the internet and printed them, but it actually was easier for me to have a book, just one book. I knew I could find something in there, and then that's what I used. That was easier, so I didn't have to do all the research online. This one is another, probably one of my favorites for astronomy. It's new, Dr. Maggie's Grand Tour of the Solar System. I love the pictures in this book, so it also would be another great option for you to have for use, just to show your kiddos things that that you're talking about, so they can visually, so they don't have to picture it in their mind, they can actually see a picture of it. So those are the main resources that I used as a foundations tutor. I hope they're helpful. I also just gonna throw this out there because I love the world of animals so much. It has nothing to do with astronomy, but could even be a resource you use when we talk about biomes and different animals that live in that one as well. So I hope it's helpful. All of these are available on my website, SuzanneScheersBooks.com. Thanks, friends.